Hi guys, welcome back to the FM Recruiter. Now in this episode we're going to bring you our Welsh derby against Cardiff City, which is a massive game. And then we play Derby, and we're going to bring you a little bit of transfer deadline day and show you who we brought in and who we let go. But without further ado, let's have a look to see exactly what happened over the last couple of weeks. Now, since the start of the season, we have been on an amazing run of form. We've not lost many games, and defensively, we've actually been fantastic. What we have struggled to do at times is score goals. We've had a couple of really good wins here, as you can see. 4-0 against Swansea, absolutely demolishing our Welsh rivals, and 4-0 against Sunderland. And then we slipped up to 2-1 all draws, including a draw against Mansfield. I mean, that is just beyond ridiculous. But we bounced back and destroyed Portsmouth 6-2 and then beat them in the replay of the third round. We got drawn against Leeds in the fourth round, so that is going to be a really, really tough ask against a very good Leeds side who are currently mid-table in the Premier League. So it'll be a good gauge of where we are because we currently sit third in the Championship. In terms of where we are, so we're 52 points from 28 games. We've lost 6 games over the course of the season, but actually they've been pretty tight defeats. We haven't been battered by anybody, which is good, and we're only 1 point behind Blackburn, but we are only 1 point ahead of Bournemouth as well. So with one bad defeat, we can drop, and with one good win, we can go up. Players-wise then, let's have a look. So we have gone back to Oakley Cannoneer up front. He made amazing leaps and bounds in training, and Cameron Archer just couldn't hit a barn door with a banjo. So we've gone back to him up front, but we're playing him as a deep lying forward, so he's a bit more of a creative influence. Freddie Osaka, who's our top scorer on the left wing with 10 goals so far this season. And we've put Felipe on the right. The reason for that is Liam Cullen has been suffering with some injuries. So, you know, we can't be guaranteed that he is going to be available all the time, which is a shame because naturally he's quite fit. But we're going with the young lads now as our front three. Barras, Ramos and Jami have all been very, very good players for us. And so far in this transfer window, we have brought one player in. Callum Doyle from Manchester City. Now, he is a centre-back, and the reason we've brought him in is because Yeboah Amankwa has been a little bit off it lately, and he is, although he's the wrong side of 25 for the type of players I look, and that sounds so ridiculous, but I have such a thing in this save especially about young players. But Amankwa has been with us since League One. This is his third season with us, and he's having an all right season. We're just going to start rotating Bernard Amankwa with Egan Riley. Then we've obviously got Callum Doyle. We've got numerous players that we can bring back. The other player we brought back is a club legend, Ollie Palmer. He played in the FA Cup against Mansfield and scored. The reason I brought him back is because he's about to retire and he's quite good at working with youngsters. So we're going to bring him in and put him into our youth setup. So he's brought back to the club for that reason. Plus, I quite like Ollie Palmer. He's a big, hard to defend against striker. And if I need somebody just to go on and, cause a bit of trouble, he can come on if he ever makes it onto the bench. So without further ado, let's get into the Cardiff City game. And then we will do Derby in the transfer deadline day. I don't know if we'll bring any more players in. Players could leave, but let's find out. All right then, so here's the first game of the episode, and it is a Welsh derby against Cardiff City at the Racecourse Ground. We're going with a 4-3-3 that we've played all season with a possession-style football, and they're matching us up on a 4-3-3 as well. A couple of players that are really good for those are Bobby Duckover-Reid and Robinson on the wing. They are two players we've got to keep an eye on. But they sit 12th, only got 41 points so far this season. We are third. Now, a big win here could see us move into the automatic promotion spots for that push to the Premier League. I just can't even put into words how big a turnaround that would be from last season. But hey, a free kick early on then. De Silva takes it for Cardiff, puts it into our box, but it is cleared by the new signing, Callum Doyle. Ramos picks it up here. Now, we are getting interest in some of our younger players, specifically Freddie Asaka. There are some big clubs looking at him, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man United. We are doing our very best to keep him and rejecting the bids to the point where his agent has asked for a new deal. And we've just offered him a 4-year contract with no release clause. So fingers crossed, he is going to stay with us. Felipe with a lovely crossfield ball for Asaka. Speaking of the devil, Asaka cuts back in on his right foot. He's having such a good season that we don't want to lose him. A long ball to Felipe. Felipe cuts inside. Felipe shoots. He's put it over the bar. He should have done better there for me, really. But a good start. We're controlling the ball. We're controlling possession. And that is key to this. If we don't control the possession, we are going to struggle. But a good header clear from a Cardiff throw. Barros. Clarkson has played up to Cannoneer. He's another player who he has spits and spurts on when he hits form. If he hits form, he can score loads of goals, but he just doesn't hit form enough. And that's the same with Cameron Archer, but they're both young strikers, so they probably and hopefully will come good. What we won't be doing is making a rash of new signings should we get to the Premier League. Ramos in the box. Ramos with a chance. He puts it just wide. But again, it's a good, patient counter-attack. We move the ball nicely from left to right and created a nice opening. No shots yet at all for Cardiff, and they've just had Ralston go off injured. And we are on the ball again, and let's highlight here, Clarkson to Bernard. Bernard has been a very good signing for us. Remember, we brought him in from Manchester United. I think when we were in League One. Good ball to Felipe from Clarkson. To Jami, to Clarkson, to Barros. He scored some great strikes from... Oh, he scores another one! Just as I said it, he scored some brilliant goals from outside the box so far this season. And that was a fantastic strike. Must have been all of, 25 to 30 yards. Felipe has suffered a bruised thigh, but we're going to let him stay on. 25 yards out into the bottom corner. That is a lovely finish by the man who, again, we've just offered him a new contract as well. He had 18 months left. He's only just signed for us this season, but we've offered him a new 3-year deal. He has been that impressive. Callum Doyle then to Bernard. Barash on the ball again. But it's headed away. Ramos has picked it up with a chance to drive at the back line. He crosses it in low to Cannoneer. Cannoneer makes it 2. It's 8 for the season. Cardiff City are starting to fall apart here. The wheels are coming off of them. We're playing such good football. You can see it's a poor header from O'Brien. Ramos picks it up, takes his time with the cross. He waits for Cannoneer to get exactly where he wants him at that near post. Low cross, and Cannoneer puts it lovely into that bottom corner, left the keeper with no chance. And it's 2-0 after half an hour. We've only had 4 shots, so we've scored the 2 we've hit the target with. We are playing very good football here. Doyle again with a good tackle. He looks to be a very calm and collected defender, which is what we've been missing, I think. Asaka cuts inside, plays it to Guillem Jimmy. He's been another good signing. One area that a couple of the players we've looked at. Oh, that's a good effort from Clarkson. One of the areas that when we negotiate contracts with players at the moment that he wants us to see improve is our right back, but he's had such a good season that I don't feel we need to. We're going to let him go out happy. So we're controlling the possession. Out you go. Carry it on. Jobs are good, and we'll probably bring Felipe off soon for Liam Cullen. He's having a quiet game. Started well, but maybe that bruise. And we're going to bring Daniel Davis on as well for Matty Langstaff here. So let's have a look. Who have we got? Liam Cullen and Daniel Davis. There he is. The man with the mohawk, who is one of my firm favourites in this team. And we're going to make some changes at the back because I need to. Let's have a look. So we're going to bring... We're actually going to bring Amankwar on at left back. And I'm going to take Barash off for Fiorini. Lewis Fiorini has been a very good squad player for us as well. If you've watched the last episode where we started the season and we ran through who we'd brought in, he was brought in on a free transfer from Manchester City. The fact that they let him go for nothing, they probably could have got at least probably $500,000 for him, you would have thought, from a championship side. That's what we would have probably looked to have paid for him. But then his price would have been inflated with him being at a Premier League club as well. So there's Spitzen says, that's a good ball over the top. Woodrow's through. Woodrow, good save by Jaros. The fact he's still my number one is just testament to how determined he is as a player as well, because he signed for us in League Two. and actually became number 1 when we were in League 2. So, he's doing very, very well. But it finishes 2-0 against Cardiff, and that is a fantastic win. We dominated the ball from start to finish, barely let them have a sniff. Yes, we don't create many with this, but they don't create anything at all. And the chances we do create are very, very good chances. They are chances you would expect to score. Anyway, on to the next one. All right, so game 2 in the episode, and we are away to Derby. Derby playing a 4-2-3-1. That attacking midfielder of Leo Castledine is a hell of a player. We've got to keep him quiet. We're going with the same team that saw us beat Cardiff 2-0 in the last one, 4-3-3. Now, we still sit third. We are now 3 points behind Burnley, and Blackburn sit top. We should win this game quite comfortably. Obviously, we've got that game in hand on Blackburn. So a win today and Burnley don't win or don't draw, we could go into second place. We're really pushing hard for that automatic promotion place, but let's see how we get on. Derby have started well, a couple of shots early on, and we are not controlling as much of the ball as I would have liked, but that will get better. In fact, it's 50-50, which really isn't what this formation is built for, but they are a good pressing team. You look at, they've got Max Bird, Lewis Brunt, Regan Paul, all really good players, and Boating with a free kick for Derby. It's in deep. It's 1-0. We didn't defend that well at all. Cashin was stood unmarked in the box. It wasn't the best of free kicks, in my opinion, from Boateng. Didn't go deep enough, but he crosses it in. Let's see the replay. Bernard goes up but doesn't get the header, and it's full to Cashin, and Cashin easily puts it away, probably 7-8 yards out. Poor start to the game from us, and we've got to bounce back now. So let's man mark him, suggested by my assistant Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Felipe's won a penalty. We didn't even see the challenge, but they gave a penalty anyway. Matty Longstaff is our designated penalty taker. He hasn't missed one since he started taking them, and he doesn't miss that one. It's 1-1. Matty Longstaff, I thought I jinxed him then. What a good penalty it was. Mavogo stood no chance. Kind of wish we'd seen the foul, though, because we didn't see it. It cut away really quickly. But we'll take it. It's 1-1. Half an hour played. We've got to start doing better. We're starting to dominate the ball a little bit more now. Our press is moving higher up the pitch. You can see from the heat map, we are playing a lot of the game in our half, but that is because we do pass the ball around quite short. Absolutely no attacks from them coming down our left-hand side, which means they're targeting Guillem Jamie in the right-hand side of the defence. Let's send them out pumped up. Come on, boys. We need a win here. Let's have a look around the grounds quickly. So Blackburn are 1-0 up. They'd kicked off early by the looks of it. They played in the week. I'm not sure. I'll have to check that. But anyway, Blackburn are winning. We need to check how Burnley are doing. That is a good run from Asaka, who's picked up a knock. So we're going to look to bring him off. Joe Adams will come on there. That's a good ball for Felipe. Felipe dinks over the keeper. The second chance. Oh, it's 2-1. Sorry, I got too far ahead of myself. He did well to keep going there, Felipe. Determination, drive, everything you needed to get that second goal. It's a great pass from Clarkson. The dink over the keeper, partially saved, but Felipe's alive to the second chance. Wilson Esbrand doesn't defend it well enough, and it's 2-1 to Wrexham. Just as Isaka comes off with a knock. I'm hoping it's nothing serious. The fact that he was able to play on for a bit tells me it wasn't. Let's have a look. We are third. Burnley are currently drawing at Barnsley. They've just pulled it back. Blackburn are dropping points as well at Ipswich as it stands. Those two results could be huge in the long-term game of this league. But it's not over yet. 70 minutes played. Kelly Cabrini is on the attack into the box. And it's just wide. It was a good effort. We need to make a few subs here, I think. Let's freshen up some of these legs at the back. We're going to put... where is he? Amankwa and Riley on again, because those two have a really good understanding. Felipe is going to come off as well for Liam Cullen. And we're going to bring Cameron Archer on up front for Oakley Cannoneer. So we are really freshening this team up. And we've got to do what we've got to do to see it over the line with 15 minutes to play. It's been quite a good game. 24,000 people in this stadium to see the game. And we're into the last 10 minutes now. we're doing all right there. We're dominating possession. Our pass completion rate is 93%. That is amazing. 4 minutes of injury time then. 2-1 to Wrexham. If those two results, they have. Oh, Blackburn have scored a last-minute winner. Wow. Absolute scenes at Ewood Park. We'll take it. We didn't play our best at all, but we'll take the win. Let's have a look at the table then, how it stands, before we show you what happened on deadline day. So we've played 30 games. We're now 5 points clear of Bournemouth in 4th and a point behind Burnley, also on 30. Blackburn, 92 minutes for Morgan Rogers to get the winner. Burnley probably going to feel a little bit hard done by that they didn't get the win at Barnsley, because they're not, they're not a great team. I think we've beat them twice. But hey, it's the rub of the green. So that's all the actions there. We've now got to. I'll show you what happened on deadline day, and we'll go from there. But we are certainly pushing hard for for automatic promotion to the Premier League. And there you have it. That is deadline day done and dusted. So let's show you who we've managed to bring in the January transfer window. Now, one area I wanted to improve the team was in defence. We'd signed a new centre-back, but on a new full-back as well. So we went out and got Reece Norrington-Davis from Leeds. He was on the transfer list for 7.25 million, and actually he took a wage cut to come to us, so it's a really good bit of business. Callum Doyle had already joined us earlier in the window. And then you can see we've signed some youngsters. We signed Rahul Walters, Ryan Fur, and Anthony Clark. Ryan Fur and Anthony Clark have both been sent out to our affiliates, which is Colwyn Bay. They're only 16 and 18 respectively, so actually that's quite a good level for them. Elliot Embleton left in the window as well, so he is now gone, as well as Calder Silva going out on loan to Birmingham, so it's quite a successful window for us. The fun starts now. The second half of the season, no more transfer windows, and we're on the push for promotion to the Premier League. Let's see if we can do it. In the next episode, I'll bring you the conclusion to this season. What a ride it promises to be. I'll see you all soon.